According to a recent survey by CNBC, 70% of Americans are feeling financial stress. That's more than 200 million people, which is a lot. So, if you're worried about your finances, you are not alone. But the question is, what's causing this anxiety? Well, there are many factors. Inflation hasn't gone away. Interest rates remain high, making borrowing quite expensive. This includes existing mortgage repayments skyrocketing overnight. There is also a cost of living crisis stretching the budget of many households. To make things worse, everywhere you look, everyone seems to be doing better than you, especially on social media, where your neighbors, friends, and colleagues are displaying their best lives for all to see. But should you really be worried about your finances? Do you feel behind because of the negative news and your perception of other people's successes? Or are things just as bad as they seem? While worrying about your finances might be natural given the circumstances, the truth is, it can make things worse. Worrying doesn't solve any problem, and a lot of times, what we worry about doesn't exist. Instead, you should focus on the facts, and the facts might surprise you. If you answer yes to these 5 questions, you're probably doing better financially than you think. And if you answer no, don't worry. I'll also tell you what you can do to improve your situation. Question 1. Do you have a reliable source of income? One of the most important signs of a good financial health is having a reliable source of income. This is because you can't manage the money you don't have. You need money to pay your bills, build an emergency fund, and invest in your future. You even need money to enjoy certain fun things in life. Having a reliable source of income also shows that you have valuable skills or services that someone is willing to pay for. This is a good sign, and with these bases covered, you can then focus on managing your finances. However, if your income is not enough to meet your financial goals, then you need to figure out why. Do you need to ask for a raise, find a higher paying job, learn a new skill, or improve existing ones? Understanding why will help you see what you need to do to enhance your earning potential. Question 2. Do you live below your means? Living below your means implies that you spend less than you earn and that you have money left over after paying for your expenses. This increasingly makes money available to boost your emergency fund, avoid debt, and take advantage of investment opportunities. This, without a doubt, is a huge sign of financial wellness because it means you're in control of your finances and less likely to succumb to lifestyle inflation. If you are living below your means, you are likely to have a positive cash flow at the end of the month. It's just maths. However, if you spend more than you earn, you can improve your situation by making a realistic budget and sticking to it, paying off your high-interest debts, and prioritizing your needs over your wants. Question 3. Are your debts under control? You don't have to be debt-free to have a good financial health. In fact, debt can help you achieve your financial goals, such as buying a home, starting a business, or getting an education. However, debt can also be a burden if it becomes too much. It can limit your financial options, drain your income, or even damage your credit. So, the fact that your debts are manageable implies that you are doing well financially. However, if your debts are spiraling out of control, it's time to come up with a strategy to reduce them or pay them off. You can do this by using the avalanche method or the snowball method. The avalanche method focuses on the highest interest rates first, while the snowball method focuses on the lowest balances first. The former saves you more money in the long run, while the latter may give you more motivation to keep going. Note that when it comes to knocking off your debts, reducing your expenses or increasing your income can help a great deal. Question 4. Do you have enough savings for emergencies? If your car suddenly breaks down or you have a leak in your house, can you handle the unexpected expenses without going into debt or borrowing from family and friends? If yes, this puts you ahead of 57% of American adults who are worried about their emergency savings. Moreover, having sufficient financial cushion is a sign that you've got your finances under control. In fact, if your emergency fund can cover your basic expenses for 3 to 6 months, you're on a level most people can only wish for. However, if you don't have an emergency fund or you think you don't have enough saved up, you need to start saving immediately. You can aim for $500 or $1,000 at first, then work your way up to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. Question 5. Are you making progress towards your financial goals? Sometimes, you just need to give yourself some credit. If you are getting closer to your financial goals, you must be doing something right. One of the key measures of financial wellness is having clear financial goals, a plan to achieve them, and taking regular actions that take you closer to these goals. This is very important. Maybe you've reduced your debt, increased your income, or saved more money. These are laudable achievements. You should be proud of them. Very importantly, focusing on your financial goals makes you less likely to compare yourself with others or feel inadequate. However, if you don't have financial goals, then you need to set them. And if your goals are out of reach, it might be time to check whether or not they are smart. Your personal finance is personal, and you are not in competition with anyone. You don't have to compare yourself with others or let the macroeconomy affect your mood. Even if things are not working as well as you hoped, you can always turn it around. You can make more money, save more money, and invest more money. Fortunately, we live in a time when the resources you need to make this happen are all around you. So, don't let the external factors distract you from your internal goals. Focus on what you want, make a plan to get it, and take consistent actions to get closer to it. Hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.